Schedule 1's community votes are great, but are we voting for what we want or what the game actually needs? Hey everyone, my name is Procz. In my last video, I covered the community vote number 3 breakdown of results. Today I want to go much deeper than that. I want us to take an honest look at the current state of Schedule 1. I want to talk about what updates are actively being worked on and what's confirmed for the future, and most importantly, what I think the game still needs to feel truly complete. Schedule 1 has already had a remarkable journey. One developer in Australia built something that took the gaming world by storm. With the addition of a second developer and an office to call home in Sydney, TVGS is a real studio with real momentum. But with that growth comes real questions about where the game goes from here. I love what Tyler is doing with the community votes and letting us choose democratically, but I think we need more healthy discussions within the community about what the game is actually missing. I think it's a conversation worth having. So let's have it. First, let's check out the roadmap. Tyler keeps this publicly available, and it's honestly one of the more transparent things a developer can do. We can see exactly where things stand at any given time. As you can see, the roadmap's broken into 4 columns: in progress, future update ideas, smaller additions, and done. And what immediately jumps out when you look at it is just how much Tyler has already delivered. The done column is very substantial, and for a game that's still in early access, that's genuinely impressive output. The employee locker and item slot filter updates were huge improvements for our builds and automation, and the cartel update gave us a nice chunk of gameplay content. The weather update added a ton of character to Highland Point and just looks awesome. Also, a special shout out to Blue Ball's Boutique. I love improving the vibes of my farms and properties with lights and other items from Herbert's shop, as y'all will eventually see. But today I want to focus on what updates are confirmed to be coming and what I think the game still needs to feel more complete. First, let's touch on the smaller additions. The Steam Deck is huge. I can definitely see this game being popular in that format. Backpacks for extra inventory space would be amazingly convenient and a huge quality of life boost. The machine pistol definitely sounds cool, and product manager improvements will be nice to have, especially for people experimenting with the new seated mixing feature. The plastic surgeon and vacuum cleaner would be nice, but to me are the least impactful on this list. Overall, these might not be the flashiest updates, but they're the kind of details that make a game feel polished and complete. Tyler clearly cares about the little things as much as the big ones. Now let's talk about the future updates ideas column. And this is where things get really interesting. Everything on this list Tyler has confirmed is coming eventually. It's just a question of when. Before we get into this list, I want to circle back to my original question. Have we been voting for what we want or for what the game actually needs? I'm not trying to pick on shrooms because I enjoy them as much as anyone, but that update is a perfect example. Great addition, fun to produce, but did it really change how the game plays? Did it add a new layer of strategy or fix something that was missing? Or did we vote for it because a new drug sounded exciting? The last thing I'm trying to do is offend everyone that voted for shrooms, but I would argue it's more the latter. It's not anyone's fault, but it just seems to be a reflection of how we as a community are approaching these votes. Special Customers won the recent poll with 37% of the vote, but look at how close it was across the board. Drivers came in a close second, probably because people are tired of that grind, and I truly get that. Police came in last, and I think that's mostly because we already have police. Well, sort of. What I mean is police have been a part of the game since the beginning, so it's not as exciting as something brand new, but hopefully police get beefed up in the near future. The game needs friction and an actual threat to be a truly meaningful experience, and the current police and the Benzies just don't cut it. Hireable drivers would sort of take away gameplay, though technically that's a good thing since deliveries aren't exactly peak gaming experience. My point is we need more fun things to actually do in this game once we have everything mostly automated. But enough about the vote, let's get back to the roadmap. We already talked about police and drivers, and given how close the poll was, I hope those are the 2 next major updates since they're obviously in high demand. Personally, I think we have enough drugs to last us a while, so MDMA and heroin can wait. Actually, let me just be upfront and honest. If I could personally pick from this list, I would go for police first, drivers second, then fishing and parkour to give us more to do, and then the map expansions. After all that, the game would feel pretty complete, and Tyler could focus on giving us more things to do and hopefully more things to spend our money on in the endgame. It's worth mentioning that localization, which will be huge to open up the game to non-English speakers, isn't happening until after the game's full release. It's likely to be outsourced as well, so this one's a bit unique as far as the timeline and how it would affect other development. Now for the most exciting column, what's actively being worked on right now. Anyone that has browsed the Schedule 1 forum knows how many players are constantly requesting controller support, so I'm happy to see they're finally getting that. An upgrade to the feedback system will be a great improvement, so it's easier for players to feel heard. As you all know, Special Customers won the third community vote, and I'm glad that it did. I think we'll add a whole new dynamic to the endgame. Right now, if money is the only goal, there isn't much reason to make anything but code once you unlock it and have all your customers addicted to it. Special Customers will give us a reason to switch it up. We'll want to be stocked up with a healthy supply of different products at all times. That way we're ready for whenever Special Customers pass through town. I can see this easily tying into other in-game activities in the future too. So what does this all tell us about where Schedule 1 is headed? Honestly, I'm very optimistic. The roadmap is substantial, Tyler is delivering consistently, and the game has a genuinely passionate community behind it. But I do think we owe it to ourselves and to Tyler to be more thoughtful about how we participate in these votes. The community votes are a privilege not every developer extends to their players, and we should use them wisely. When the next vote comes around, I'd encourage everyone to think beyond what sounds exciting in the moment and ask what the game actually needs to feel more complete. For me, that answer is pretty clear. More friction, more threat, more reasons to keep playing and expanding even after we have millions in the bank. The police update would do more for the long-term health of this game than almost anything else on the roadmap. It would make progress more difficult, but at the same time more meaningful and impactful. That being said, I do agree with the idea of adding a difficulty scaler to the police so everyone can play how they would like to. And finally, I just want to say a genuine thank you to Tyler. He built something incredible, watched it explode beyond anything he probably imagined, and instead of cashing out or moving on, he doubled down. He opened an office, hired Rob, and is building a real studio around this game. That kind of commitment to your players, especially in this day and age, deserves to be recognized. Schedule 1 has a bright future, and I for one can't wait to see where it goes. If you could decide the next few updates to the game, what would you pick? Let me know and let's discuss it in the comments. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you in Highland Point.